Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to break through in life, while others, just as smart and hardworking, stay stuck at the same level year after year? Why do some people seem to have money working for them, while the rest of us keep working for money? Why does one person's idea turn into $1 million empire, while another person's idea dies in a notebook? It's not luck, it's not privilege, it's not even talent. It's because every self-made millionaire, every one of them, has quietly passed the same 3 brutal tests that decide who builds wealth and who gets left behind. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what those 3 tests are, and more importantly, how you can pass them. But before we dive in, I want to start something different, something bigger than this video, a movement. Because this isn't just about getting rich, it's about reclaiming control. It's about peace of mind. It's about freedom. So if you're tired of chasing money, if you're ready to make it chase you instead, then this is your moment. Type this in the comments right now. I deserve financial peace. Say it like a declaration. Say it like a turning point. Because it is. This isn't just a YouTube video. It's a decision. And if you're serious about changing your financial future, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Because over the next few minutes, we're going to break down what separates people who wish for wealth from those who create it. Alright, let's get started. The first test is one that humbles almost everyone. It's called the scale test. Most people think scaling means just doing more customers, more staff, more sales. But if you grow like that, you'll soon learn what every exhausted entrepreneur eventually learns. More money can mean more problems. Ever heard the term growing broke? It's when your business expands on paper. The numbers look big, but your costs rise just as fast. So you're working twice as hard for the exact same profit. Sound familiar? That's why so many businesses collapse when they try to grow. They confuse getting bigger with scaling. Real scale is different. True scale is about doing more with less. It's about building systems that multiply your output, without multiplying your stress, your payroll, or your costs. Let me give you a simple example. A small clothing brand might pay $7 to make a shirt. They're hustling, doing pop-ups, maybe selling online, trying to get noticed. But when you start producing in tens of thousands, your cost per shirt drops to $3. At hundreds of thousands, it might drop again. And when you hit millions, factories literally retool their machines just for you. And now you're paying maybe $1.50 per shirt. That's the power of scale. Suddenly, your competitor can't touch your prices. They can't match your profit margins. You've just built an economic moat, one that keeps you rich and keeps others out. But here's the tough truth. When you're small, you don't have that advantage. You don't have leverage, or teams, or capital. So what do you have? Creativity, the small player's greatest weapon. You automate tasks others do manually. You use software instead of payroll. You find ways to reach thousands with a single piece of content instead of knocking on doors one by one. Scaling small forces you to get smart, and that's what separates the survivors from the dreamers. So ask yourself, where in your life are you working harder instead of smarter? What can you automate, simplify, or eliminate entirely? Because if you can't pass the scale test, money won't fix it. It'll just multiply your chaos. Test number 2, the leverage test. Now this one's where most people fail. The leverage test. Leverage is how you turn your limited time and effort into something bigger than yourself. Think of it this way. Scaling is about efficiency. Leverage is about acceleration. And there are 4 kinds of leverage every millionaire masters. Number 1, financial leverage. It's the one most people know. Using other people's money to grow. You borrow to expand operations, buy property, or build inventory. But here's the catch. Leverage is a double-edged sword. When it works, it's magic. When it fails, it's misery. If your business can't survive the downside, that loan becomes a death sentence. So before you borrow, ask yourself, can I survive if this goes wrong? Because most people only plan for success. Millionaire's plan for survival. Number 2. People leverage. This one's simple. You multiply your time through others. You hire talent, contractors, or partners who turn your ideas into execution. But here's the test. If you pay someone $4,000 a month and they don't generate at least $12,000 in value, they're not leverage, they're liability. That 3x rule is how businesses survive. If you're not making at least 3 times what you're paying, you're not building a team, you're collecting salaries. So be honest, are you hiring people to free up time or just to feel busy? Number 3. Technology leverage. This one's my favorite because it doesn't sleep, doesn't complain, and doesn't ask for a raise. You can spend $50,000 building a piece of software, and if 1,000 people pay $10 a month, that's $10,000 per month forever. After 5 months, you've broken even. After that, it's pure margin. But if only 50 people show up, you've got an expensive lesson. Tech either catapults you forward or burns your capital. There's no in between. Number 4. Media leverage. Now this one is the most misunderstood. Media is the new money machine. It's how one TikTok post, one YouTube video, one viral idea can bring you more sales, more brand awareness, and more opportunity than $1 million ad campaign. But most people still treat social media like a diary, not a distribution network. They scroll instead of building influence. In 2025, attention is the new currency. Whoever controls it, controls the market. When you pass the leverage test, you stop being an employee, even if you still own your own business. Because think about it. How many entrepreneurs do you know who are still working 12-hour days? They don't own a business. They own a job. They're trapped in a golden cage with their name on the door. That's not freedom. That's just stress with a fancier title. Test number 3. The luck test. Now this one's the hardest to swallow, because luck feels unfair, doesn't it? We want to believe success is all skill and hard work, but reality, luck, or more accurately, timing and positioning plays a huge part. You can do everything right and still lose because the world wasn't ready. Look at AI. In the 1980s, people were hyped about it. Billions poured into research. Then reality hit. Funding disappeared, the field froze, and what followed was called the AI winter. Fast forward 40 years. Same idea, same science, but now the timing is perfect. Now AI isn't just surviving, it's exploding into a multi-trillion-dollar industry. The lesson: right place, wrong time, you lose. Right place, right time, you win big. So how do you tilt luck in your favor? You choose industries that are rising no matter what, like AI, renewable energy, aging healthcare, robotics, or financial tech. You diversify, because you don't need to win every bet, just the right one. And you watch timing. You don't want to be too early or too late. You want to enter when growth is accelerating. That's the sweet spot. Because from the outside, millionaires always look lucky. But what people don't see is how intentional they are about putting themselves in the right rooms, around the right people, in front of the right opportunities. They didn't wait for luck, they prepared for it. So let's bring it home. There are 3 tests you have to pass to become a millionaire. The scale test: can you grow without falling apart? The leverage test: can you multiply your time, money, and effort? The luck test: can you position yourself where the wave is about to rise? And if you fail any one of these, wealth becomes a grind. You'll work hard, but never break through. But if you pass them, even just one at first, the game changes forever. Because the truth is, millionaires aren't special. They're just people who figured out how to make the same 24 hours pay them differently. So tell me, which test do you think you'd struggle with the most? Scale, leverage, or luck? Because the moment you can answer that honestly, you'll know exactly where your next breakthrough begins.